everyone, I am sitting here essentially makeup free. I'll get into the details of that in a minute so that I can clearly show you the results of my LaseMD facial laser treatment. I had 3 treatments. The first, I believe, was January 2nd, early January, and the last one and third one was March 14th, and today, as of filming this, it is March 21st. So I want you to see how it has progressed so far. It will continue to improve a little bit over the next few weeks, but I think this is good enough for you to see pretty much the final results. I did vlog all of the treatments up to a point. I went more in depth with the first one, and each subsequent one gets a little bit shorter so you could see the full experience. Now, I have some makeup on. I don't want to be misleading. I have eye makeup on. So I have mascara, I have some eyeshadow on, and I have a tiny little bit of under eye corrector, but I only put it on where my finger is. I didn't put it below my socket line, so nowhere where I actually received the treatment. I also have a little bit of lip gloss on. But as far as anything on my face, all I have is my skincare, which is a variety of things today. A lot of SkinCeuticals stuff going on here. I can list all that down in the description box if you're interested in what my current, at least morning skincare routine is. But that's really not material to this video, and I just wanted to be very clear, literally, because what would be the point of me disguising my features to try to sell you this LaseMD and then have you be disappointed? Because it's an investment, and I want you to go in with the full knowledge of my experience at least. So let's start with what is LaseMD. It's a non-ablative 1927 nanometer fractional laser, to think about what that means. So the 1927 refers to the wavelength. It's measured in nanometers. You can Google that. Fractional means it's not a full-on heavy-duty laser. It's a little less invasive than the big guns, so to speak, like a Fraxel laser. And non-ablative basically means there's a little to no downtime, which is kind of a misleading statement, so I want to be clear about that. What does LaseMD treat, and why did I personally use LaseMD? Well, I have been dealing with hypo and hyperpigmentation, including melasma, for a very long time. Didn't have it when I was pregnant or right after pregnancies, but once I started getting into my 40s, I found it mostly around my cheeks, the edges of my face, and patches right here. Nothing that I was extremely embarrassed about or self-conscious, but just one of those things where I'm like, gosh, it would be nice to just not have to wear foundation some days, maybe just some concealer touch-up and still have fairly even skin. Never had that. I really didn't have any obvious sun damage. Fine lines and wrinkles, for the most part, are kept at bay with Botox. My Botox is pretty much worn off, though. So, I mean, there's some here, and I mean, I'm gonna be 49 years old next week, so obviously there's some, but that even wasn't an issue. But I do want to address some of the issues, situations that LaseMD can address. So I covered melasma, and that is unique to this laser and why I chose this laser treatment. Most lasers, like you're familiar with, BBL is a big one, does work with pigmentation, but actually is contraindicated, meaning it is not a good idea to use on people who have melasma. It can worsen that situation. So LaseMD is actually used to treat melasma, which is very rare. Uneven skin tone, hyperpigmentation, hypopigmentation. So not only did I personally have brown spots from the melasma and some fading acne scars, but also spots that were even lighter than my regular skin tone. It can address sun damage, rough texture, skin laxity, meaning less firm, kind of drooping skin, so it can tighten things up a little bit. Fine lines I addressed. You can use it to reduce the appearance of freckles if that's something you are self-conscious about. It can address enlarged pores, shallow acne scars, and increase collagen production over time. That effect increases the farther you get from the actual procedure. So the nice thing about LaseMD is it can be customized to the level that you need. It is recommended to do a minimum of 3 treatments, which is what I did, and I am pleased and satisfied with what we have going on here. It is ideal for ages 25 to 50, or for those that don't really need the heavy-duty, in-depth laser treatment like a Fraxel, which is a much more powerful laser and much longer downtime and probably way more painful. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying if you don't need that invasive, this is sort of the step before that. Just to make things more complicated, my last 2 sessions, They also added a second laser to the treatment. So they did LaseMD everywhere. And then they used the Cutera laser, which was more of a pinpoint laser, to do just certain parts of my face. Which parts, I couldn't tell you. But it was all done at the same time. And the Cutera is very similar in effect to the LaseMD. It's used to treat similar things. The procedure is basically identical, downtime, that kind of thing. Things that they say about LaseMD that I want to address. First, they say, it's not painful. That is not true. They put a numbing cream all over my face. It sat for, say, a good 20 to 30 minutes before we had the procedure. I was numb. I still felt every single little prick on my face, and that was with the addition of a cool blasting fan directed on the treatment area as they went. It wasn't anything where I had to say stop, but this is not a facial. This is not a relaxing experience. You're not gonna fall asleep on the table. You are well aware that it is uncomfortable. It's not unbearable, and it's not anything that would even make your eyes water, but towards the end, you are really ready for them to be done. So I can't imagine what that would feel like without numbing cream and without that cooling fan. Because it gets really hot. It's a laser. So you're not only feeling the prick, 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 but your skin also gets very heated. They also say there is no downtime. As you're going to see from the video coming up, immediately after, and it depends on everyone's skin, mine took about 2-3 hours. I looked like a tomato. I mean, there is no way this is a lunch hour procedure unless you work in a cave or you work from home, because you, first of all, are going to frighten people. Second of all, you need 2 hands to hold an ice pack or an ice roller to your head. That goes away. I didn't feel like I needed to take any antihistamines or anything to reduce swelling or any painkillers, but the ice packs made all the difference. So those are just some of the I'd say misleading things I've seen on various websites about LaseMD that I wanted to make clear. Stay tuned to the very end. I'll make sure I have before and after pictures, and I will try to answer any questions that you have. So please leave those down in the comments below, and if I can't answer them, I will reach out to my doctor and find out. Oh, speaking of doctor, how much? So they very graciously gifted me the first treatment, but they, I think there was a bundle, but it's basically $400 a treatment. So on average, about $1,200 for a set of 3. All right, let's go watch the vlog footage.
I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe down, wipe off the little bit of sunscreen that you have. We'll do some photos, and then I'm gonna put numbing on you.
Numbing is good.
Yes, and you'll numb for like 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And then
how many treatments was that? That was just one. Wow, I can't wait to see what it's
yeah,
look
so
like.
I'm still waiting to do 2 more, but this is me today.
No makeup.
No makeup.
Oh,
I hardly ever wear makeup.
That's
so.
amazing.
Yeah.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
And then how long is the actual procedure?
Takes like 15 minutes.
What exactly is this?
So it's just a numbing cream that we get compounded.
Oh.
So it kind of numbs.
Is it like topical lidocaine?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. But it's got other things in it. So. Okay, so you get to stay like this for 30-40 minutes, and then we'll come in and do the treatment.
Okay, I've been sitting with the numbing cream on my face for 30 minutes, and it's pretty much sunk in. You can see where it's a little thicker here, but they are just getting, I think the equipment is behind me. I think I see some stuff. So we're about to get underway. Here she comes. She's got her goggles. So here comes the fun part.
So I'm gonna wipe it off.
Don't worry about my hair. Tomorrow's a hair washing day.
And then I'm gonna have you help me a little bit, because I'm gonna have you holding this cold air. It kind of helps with any kind of heat or discomfort that you might feel.
Yeah, I also haven't eaten today yet, so.
Oh no!
No, it's good, because I'm intermittent fasting. I'm not supposed to yet.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna start on your forehead.
That's why I'm between coffee and no food.
So I'm gonna let you see how it feels. Remember how I talked about how it run a couple of passes? Yeah.
Okay then.
Feels okay?
Considering I didn't know you did anything, yeah.
Okay. So I just kind of like to wait a little bit just to make sure your skin reacts okay, and then we'll get started. It'll take like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Wow. I assume some parts of my face will be more sensitive than others.
And so we technically just do a few passes. In your case, I'm doing 6.
Okay. Yeah, I can feel it, but it's fine.
Yeah. Is it just heat?
It's more like a little, I don't even want to say rubber band. It's almost like, if anyone has you ever done the new face? Have you ever tried it? It's like a little micro current. It feels like I'm doing like a new face treatment.
Yes.
Turned up all the way. And I only feel it at my
okay.
hairline because I don't think that got numb that much.
Can you hear it? Like the sizzle?
Yes. And that's kind of what it feels like, a little sizzle. All right, now I get a good
right
look.
after.
Okay, I thought it was going to be a lot redder than this.
Yeah. No, you're pretty red.
This is not as red as you would think I could get.
Yeah.
I've been redder.
That's nice and cold.
That's nice. It's not even my whole face that's...
The other part I'm just going to do.
Like, my nose feels fine.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is the numbing cream.
Yes.
So numbing cream doesn't help with temperature at all.
No.
Interesting. This was not bad. I mean, it was better than not bad. It was like nothing. I mean, I don't know what else to compare it to. Botox hurt more, and Botox doesn't hurt. It's a little uncomfortable now when I take the fan away, but I mean, I've heard horror stories about other kinds of lasers, so we will see.
And then the post instructions are on here with my email address.
Thank you.
And you have some goodies.
Love goodies.
Sunscreen, cleansers, all the things you can use for the next few days.
Oh, all the brands that I use,
Yes.
too. Oh, well,
So-
I don't use that skincare line, but that'll work.
Yeah. This is a gentle foaming cleanser, so that's actually what I use to cleanse your face
Oh, I was
today.
wondering about that.
And then medical barrier, it's a good barrier to put on as a moisturizer. And then when you start to like get itchy, just moisturize.
Okay.
Just the rubbing of the moisturizer will help.
Do you know, is CeraVe okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I just have the basic cream. And
Yeah.
then, are you familiar at all with SkinCeuticals line?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I have their gentle foaming cleanser too.
Okay,
Perfect. Okay, good. Okay, I'm home, and it's red. It's red, and I know this looks horrible. It's not. I can't describe that. I mean, you obviously can't go to work like this, and it's obviously uncomfortable. Pain? I wouldn't call it pain, but that's not for me. By the way, that is Shane's lunch. I'm gonna make a banana coffee smoothie. I need a little energy today. Great use for the Charlotte Tilbury cryotherapy mask. I'm gonna pop this on. I was reading my instructions. Let me show it to you. I'm gonna turn the camera around and put it down so that you can have this for it yourself. So basically mild to moderate burning for up to 2 hours. So that makes sense. Keep it moisturized. So I'm not gonna wash it until tomorrow. And they did give me some samples, but I have a CeraVe moisturizing cream, so that will work great. And it says to avoid, any active skincare ingredients like retinoids, AHAs, those kinds of things, which makes sense. Don't work out for up to 48 hours, which I'm going to follow very stringently. I love having an excuse not to work out. The numbing cream is worn off, and it's actually already lessening in uncomfortability. Is that a word? So I think a few more minutes with the Charlotte Tilbury mask on, and I think I can take off the ice pack. It is just about 3 o'clock, and I wanted to check in. I'm just sitting at my computer getting some work done. Rowdy's getting up from his second afternoon nap, and the redness is subsiding. I mean, it's still there, obviously. I wanted to let you know that there's zero discomfort at this point. While there was some mild, I don't want to say burning, but like heat to the skin now, nothing. Now, I did have a friend who gets lasers done, Miss Crystal, here on YouTube, who messaged me and said that her dermatologist recommends taking Allegra to take down the swelling, the itchiness, and the heat feeling in your face. I don't have any Allegra, so I took a Claritin, which couldn't hurt anyway because we're in the middle of cedar allergy season here in San Antonio. So anyway, that hasn't kicked in, I don't think, yet, but my skin does not feel uncomfortable in the slightest. So it's the evening. For some reason, I am incredibly tired. I don't know if it's just the stress to my skin made my whole body tired, but I'm just getting ready for bed. I just used some Bioderma on my eyes to get rid of whatever mascara was still on. And I'm not gonna wash my face until tomorrow. For now, I'm just gonna moisturize, hopefully to stave off the itching, and I'm using the CeraVe moisturizing cream. She did give me some goodies, and they're good stuff, but I'm just a little trepidatious about using anything new. When I did a chemical peel, and I'll link it up here, when I did a chemical peel last year, I just had the worst experience with the creams that dermatologist's office gave me, and I'm just really not wanting to repeat that. So I'm gonna stick with what I know does not irritate my skin. I'm gonna moisturize. Now, hopefully you can see at this angle, let me get you in close, that there are tiny, tiny, tiny little black, dark brown dots coming up right here, and there's some here as well. That's definitely melasma, and it appears to be the pigmentation is coming to the surface and will eventually just fall off. Okay, this would be day 2. So first morning check-in. I think we can see now. I'm trying to stand in very bright sunlight. You can see the little tiny dots there. Still a little bit of redness, but if we get you close, isn't this a flattering angle? You can start to see the little dots. Okay, blinding light. Can you see it now? I really don't even want to stand in the sun behind a window. So let me get over here. So still feels the same as far as how I feel. I don't feel like I've had anything done. As far as literally feeling it, some areas feel like the most ultra fine sandpaper almost. It's like a slight gritty, very, very fine gritty feel to it. This is far, far, far less invasive and uncomfortable than when I've done chemical peels. I would definitely, well, I am doing this again. Doing this again in a month, and then again, a month after that. I cannot wait. Now that I know what to expect, this is really just so easy to deal with compared to every other kind of laser or peel that I've seen. Welcome to my messy bathroom. I am about to head over to the dermatologist's office, Sonterra Dermatology. Face is completely washed, devoid of all skincare, makeup, etc. And I'm going for round 2 of the LaseMD. Let's see how it goes this time. I am at the Sonterra Dermatology office in Stone Oak. Clearly, something's going on here. I'm numbing up. We just did another set of before pictures and compared them to the before pictures from last time, and they're not happy with the progress, which is something I really love about this place, that, you know, they're not just trying to throw the wool over my eyes. They're gonna do 2 procedures today. I'm gonna have a Cutera laser on part of my face and a second round of LaseMD. The nurse that did the first round, Cindy, she just did my numbing cream. She said that's what they ended up doing on her 2 treatments because sometimes that melasma is just really stubborn. So that's what they're gonna do, and I'm getting a different nurse this time, Teresa, because she has been specifically trained in both of those lasers, and that's who did Cindy's treatments. And we all saw how Cindy's progress went in the first set of videos that I have shared. So I'll let you know, of course, how it goes. Today I'm not going to film the whole thing because we've seen the LaseMD part. I'm just realizing we're looking at somebody's tushy. Okay, sorry about that. That is M-sculpting, which I am very tempted to look into, but it does work, of course, if you're at your goal weight, and I am not, so that would be a complete waste of money. So while I'm waiting for the numbing to kick in, I am surrounded by very expensive equipment. There's the LaseMD over there. Here's the Cutera making some noises. I don't know sounds like there's liquid water in there. Okay, I am back, and I got that ice pack on as fast as I could. This time, like I said, they used the Cutera and the LaseMD, so 2 lasers in a row, and whoo! I'm not gonna say that it doesn't hurt, but it's not a pain. It just feels like my face is on fire, and as long as I have ice on it, I'm okay. Hopefully, it's only gonna last a few hours, but it's bright, bright red. You can kind of see my chin. I look like a lobster. When this cools down, or warms up, I should say, I have my ice roller, I have more ice packs, and I'll post some footage of the recovery. Good morning, friends. It is February 23rd, so I am way overdue showing you an update from my second round of LaseMD, but I literally just woke up like this. Like, I have not brushed my hair, washed my face, or even brushed my teeth. So good thing you're standing on the other side of that screen. I just want to share with you legitimately what my skin currently looks like without having been maybe irritated a little by, splashing water and creams on it. Sometimes it makes my face turn red. So we still have pigmentation, obviously, but I see a huge improvement. And I'll just let you know, recovery went really quickly. The typical sunburn feeling on my face for about 2 hours post-procedure. and then it was fine. Skin felt fine. And then by the end of the following day, my skin started to feel rough, had the little coffee grounds. And then by day, I don't know, 3, I was wearing makeup, which covered everything up, and I could get on with my regular life. So downtime is really just that day, and if you're really sensitive, the next day, because they don't want you to wear makeup. If you don't care to leave the house while not wearing makeup, then it's a non-issue. You can just go back to doing your normal activities the next day. And I will update from there, and we'll see if it's worth it. Hey everyone, I am sitting in the doctor's office in the waiting room, waiting to get called in for my very last laser appointment. So this is no makeup on, no moisturizer, nothing. I just washed my face. And I am really, really pleased with the progress. So we just finished my last treatment and my face is on fire. It really is uncomfortable. And I'm just going back and forth. This is blowing freezing cold air, which feels so nice. And I'm dreading taking this off my face. They do have ice packs for me, but it'll be uncomfortable. Hey everyone, I have my day after laser treatment face here. Nothing on but moisturizer. So I filmed all that footage a while ago. I can't remember if I shared with you this ice roller. Got it from Amazon. It's good for so many things, but I could not have gotten through this without, oh, that feels really nice. I could not have gotten through this treatment without this thing. This was a lifesaver. I also liked the cryotherapy mask from Charlotte Tilbury, but honestly, this was far more effective and it stays cold for hours outside of the freezer. So highly recommend this. Now, let me address this question I'm sure I'm gonna get. Was it worth it? Would I do it again? I really do think it was worth it to me. Obviously, first it has to be in your budget. That's a big, is it worth it? It was in my budget. And considering that I am in front of a camera almost every day, I do feel like it was worth it. I feel like, no, I know that especially here and on the sides of my face, it is significantly less. I'm never gonna have porcelain perfect, no skin tone skin. I have friends who do. I think that's awesome. I just don't, but I'm close enough. It's like horseshoes and hand grenades. It's close enough. I'm fine with it. And especially on no makeup or quick days, I'm even more fine with just a little bit of concealer, maybe some powder that has some coverage to it, and I'm out the door. Some tinted SPF as we get into the summer and I can fake tan it a little bit. Those are all plenty. So I'm really excited about that. Some things that I didn't even think about that I am noticing and people who see me in real life have commented on. My pores are smaller. My skin is more glowy. I don't know if, I think it might be a smidge tighter. There was some acne scarring that is definitely gone. So yes, it works. They do recommend that you go back about once a year for a maintenance session. I will definitely do that. I think that at the end, it's, you know, everybody has what's important to them. And I like that the downtime was minimal. It's not weeks, it's a day or 2, especially if you're someone who doesn't normally wear makeup anyway. It's not gonna be an issue for someone like me who likes to put on a full face of makeup. It gets a little tricky during the peeling portion, but that's so minimal. You absolutely could go back to work the next day for sure. So even the downtime was very minimal. Thank you again to Dr. Garcia and the whole staff at Sonterra Dermatology. Not only is she my cosmetic dermatologist, but she's also my medical dermatologist. So I trust her with all things dermatology, and I'm really glad that I found the practice. The whole practice is fantastic. I also see Dr. Cervantes as well. So thank you. Can't wait to see your comments, answer any questions you have, and I'm looking forward to even more improvements on my skin. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.